what's going on, guys? It's going to be Donnie coming to you from Asao, Japan. We're at the undisclosed location. Again, if you know where it is, cool. If you don't, great. Anyway, we got my guy Anthony here, who was guys who haven't found out for the last couple episodes. Is my newest shop assistant. This is his Rx-7 right here, and he got busy on it right away and everything. So what we did is pretty much, you guys know I'm a provider and supporter for Ksports. So from the Ksports and everything, this guy's want to go and get the air suspension, get the brakes and everything. Just get with me down at Pinku.com and get it done. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to Anthony, see how he's had it for about 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
So about 2 weeks or so driving and everything, just get his idea and everything, man. So overall, man, like with the install, just talking to you at the install, I mean, to be honest, the overall drive quality, and also was it what you were expecting and everything once you got it?
So the install, that's my first time installing air suspension, so it was kind of rough. The hardest part was routing the lines, but once the lines are routed, it's pretty easy to install. I mean, it's all the instructions are there, and it's all one package. So you just run the lines and pretty much turn it on.
So how was the for your expectations as far as the quality of the ride and everything? Would you worry about that?
I was at first, but because I was like, man, I don't know if I'm making a mistake. Yeah. But no, like as soon as I went and actually drove it and like got on it, it feels exactly like the HKS coilovers that I had on it. Like there's, and I cranked them down. Like it's still really stiff. So
Hypermax?
Yeah, they were Hypermax. So and it feels literally identical. Yeah. So there's no difference other than I have the convenience of being able to go over speed bumps, like lift it up or get out the gate that destroys most people's cars underneath. So.
Yeah, what was like? I mean, so far, have you gotten any like people like kind of like doing a double take when you raise it up and stuff like that?
Yeah. So like, there's a couple people on base. We're out looking at it and whatnot, and they were like, I came walking out, and they were like, "How did you even drive this?" And I was like, took out my little remote, I was like, and lifted it up, and then brought it back to its right height, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And then I went to Yellow Hat to go pick something up, and there's some Japanese guys out there. And they were looking and like walking around, and as I came out, I had to hit the button, and like, "Oh, it's a car!" And they were like, "Oh, nice car." But they were like, "Oh." So they were like interested, and I was like, "Yeah, Ksport." So it was pretty funny.
I gotta get you some of my business cards and shit. But yeah, man, it's like, and I know, like, because I remember we talk offline, of course, naturally, and you were saying like there was people who were like, yeah, man, I don't know what was the general consensus on the forums. You could tell these are people who didn't have it themselves. And I mean, because even me, that was my first time driving in the car with the which car. We're gonna do it for the guys that are watching. Of course, you watching right now. I'm gonna take it to MSP. This car, he took it in the mountains and stuff back where his last place was in Yokota and everything. But this car is real nice now, man. Private, and they're expensive. So this type of car, you don't want to put in danger too much. But anyway, we'll take it out there safely. I just want to get like a general, like, just to see how, I mean, we ain't gotta go on the track, just to see how it feels doing figure eights, because I never drifted on air and everything, so I'm interested to see that and everything. So, but overall, man, what was some of the things people were saying on the forums and everything, and like, what was were you kind of like, being pushed away from it, like after you read it, or not forums, but the Masala pages or whatever?
Yeah, because everybody's like, "Oh, hey, don't do it, get coilovers or whatnot." And I was like, at this point, and after like doing my own damn research, because I'm just listening to what people say, there's plenty of cars that are doing like setting track records in like street class on air ride. So it's like it's fully capable of competing. So I just went ahead and did it myself. There's several people like, "Oh, you wasted your money," but I'm like, it was literally like $800 more or something than buying coilovers, and I was like, but I get the benefit of just convenience over just being static, and then I get tired of that. I've been doing that for like years. So I was like, I'm gonna step it up and get air ride this time around, and I don't regret it. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing, man. Like, let's say most people, they just kind of like talk without like really knowing it, and that's the first thing. That's pretty much probably something you picked up on me. Was like, I generally, people, you've probably been there, seen some customers, and it's like, they'll ask you some questions. I mean, actually probably haven't been present for that, but they'll ask questions and everything. And I mean, if I know it. But if I never worked on it, never installed it or whatever, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. But it's like, no, I haven't. I'm not going to lie and say I did it before. So a lot of people out there, man, they just kind of, they just listen to their buddies or whatever, and they don't really do shit themselves and everything, man. So overall, man, like, what would like, I mean, anybody out there, guys out there watching and everything, what would you tell them, like, far as like what to expect if they do the install, how much time to put to the side, things like that?
Well, if you're busy, yeah, I would probably take leave to install it. That's what I ended up doing because it was kind of a pain. It's not really for Rx-7. There's not really anything that tells you like how to route stuff or like what to do. So you just kind of got to do it. So it took me a minute. It took me about 7 days of just straight grinding on it and trying to figure everything out. Because again, wiring, I can't stand wiring, but everything else mechanically and all that stuff I can do. So yeah, I'd expect about, if you've never done it, about probably like 5 days. But if you're experienced and know what you're doing, like now I could probably do it in probably like maybe 2 days or something. But
so it's pretty much trial and error, man. So like, I mean, the thing is, you had mechanical experience going in, and it was your first time doing air, man. So it's not a thing of it's not a thing of being mechanically inclined and all that stuff. It's just like, because you got to route this stuff, you got to do the lines, and then you're like, you don't like it this way, you don't like it that way, and everything. So it's just, again, if you're gonna get this kit, I would, he was in my shop, so he had, like, I was right doing my other stuff, and he still did. I mean, I didn't have to get in there much at all. He had a few questions about some things in the valve. Yeah, so make sure the make sure the valve was closed, because I was like, dude, it wasn't getting no air. The motor was getting hot, and I was like feeling around like I was thinking maybe the grub screw was not in the drain screw. Yeah. So yeah, guys, make sure the valve is. I think you didn't touch it, right?
No, I didn't touch
so I'm thinking it makes sense for them to ship it with it open.
Yeah, so it doesn't pressurize.
Right, it doesn't press. Well, I guess, and if it gets condensation, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, make sure you check the valve, because the air was just going right out and everything. And as soon as you close that valve, fucking everything just came to life and everything. So it was pretty straightforward. And I mean, I was just by seeing him go through it, I know, like, some stuff I got to do and everything, and pretty much the kit came with everything.
Yeah, it comes with everything. You don't have to go to the store for anything. Just like the plumber's tape. Yeah. Like, make sure you put that on there. But other than that, it comes with everything you need.
And then he like, also with the oddity stuff right here, like, you guys got to realize too, out there, for non-installers, they come in packages, like they sometimes screwed in to make it fit in a box. So nothing with suspension is right out the box on the car and go. And he's still like in his adjustment phases within the first 500 miles, and you got to check everything. So he's got to go through that. But again, he had lifts, he had my shop, and he had professional tools and everything. So it was a lot easier for him on a lift and not have
doing this on the ground. I don't know, not with jack stands or something. There's no way. Like, you could, but it's gonna take a lot longer than the time it took me, because it was not easy.
Overall, man, I just want to get Anthony's opinion on it and everything. Just a quick jab right here for the YouTube channel. Definitely bring more of these, and I'll do more of these with some participating customers. I had ideas of doing like some, not ideas. I'm going to do it for some builds if the customers kind of like they're cool with it. I'll come out here and do like a little like post build, and that's more for the bigger stuff. I'm not going here for a post build for some Project Mu brakes. Like, okay, you put some brakes in the car, it stops. Good build. So I got the R32 coming up, which you guys will see that in the next couple of videos that I've been working on for a bit. COVID has killed everything as far as like, your normal things. So this year kind of has been a learning process for me, being in the shop, because I've been, up until this point, everything has been hyper fast. But COVID is just like, I don't give a fuck about what you got to do. You're going to wait 2 months for this screw. And then you order it from somewhere else, and then you're going to wait 3 weeks for the screw. Then the other one comes, now you got double parts. So it's when you get into bigger parts, turbos, radiators, and everything, you don't want to buy two and stuff like that. So you just got to wait it out and everything. So definitely plan ahead. He planned ahead with his, got everything ordered. Again, everything's through me. I think from payment to order to arrival was like inside of a week.
Yeah. I think it was about a little over.
It wasn't more than 2 weeks though.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks. Yeah. So it was like maybe just over a week, or maybe a week and a half or something. Yeah. But it was during that little port issue too, so it probably just barely got past that.
So again, guys, out there, just plan for it and everything with the stuff like that. Again, contact download@PinkuStyle.com for the orders, Ksport stuff, and I'll put Anthony's stuff down there. Toge Killer, what is it? Rotary Toge Killer?
Yeah. Actually, what?
Rotary Toge Killer. I don't know, man.
I don't know. It'll be somewhere.
Yeah. So I'll put it. I think it's like Rotary. I just put Anthony in and it comes up now. But I was putting Rotary. I was like, what the fuck? Toge Killer, Rotary Toge Killer.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, I'll put it down in there and everything. Again, thanks to Anthony for bringing his car out today and getting the video and everything. So again, it's going to be Dice sign up to you from Masao, Japan, undisclosed location. See you guys later. Peace.